Guys, if you've landed on this blog, it's because you are interested in wanting to find out how to close people in your business. You're in network marketing, but you're probably not getting the results that you're looking for once you've shown people your presentation, and you're thinking to yourself, how can I get more people to make a decision to join me in my business? Many people have really good conversations with people and they tell them about their opportunity, but then it doesn't go any further than that. And it's simply because their closing strategy is completely wrong. And then when the person starts throwing questions and objections at them, they really don't know how to deal with it. But guys, you can learn a simple process, having 6 closing questions that you can literally walk somebody hand in hand all the way into your business if you just do it the right way. Also, the objections that you hear, there's only a few objections that you're constantly going to hear over and over again. And if you're able to address those objections with the right level of posture, again, it just means that your closing ratios are going to go up. So imagine obviously you're excited about your business, you're excited about your product or service, what you have. You've just shown your prospect the business opportunity after you have prospected them. Yeah. And so now is at the time. The worst thing that you can say to that person is, "Are you ready to come on board?" Or something like, "Tell me, it's a good opportunity, isn't it? Yeah. Can you see yourself making a lot of money with us? Can you see the potential?" Because what you're doing is you're pushing your excitement onto them. They haven't actually sold themselves yet. The first question you can ask them, which is a really good question to get the ball rolling and to start opening them up a little bit, is, what did you like the most about what you just saw? Very simple. And then you let them speak. And then as they're speaking, once they've told you what they've liked, sometimes people may give you very short answers and not very elaborate answers. So if you need to get more out of the prospect once you've asked that question and they've spoken to you, then you can say, "Okay, tell me more about that." You see, when you ask them to tell you more about that, now they can't sit on the fence any longer. They are forced to go deeper into their mindset in regards to what they've just seen and what they've just processed. It's causing them to process the information more about the presentation that they've just seen. Yeah. And so as they have told you that, so they've told you a little bit more what they liked about what they saw, and then you say, okay, you want to find out where they're at. You want to find out if they are somebody that wants to make a significant income. You want to find out whether or not it's somebody just looking for extra pocket money or whatever. So a good question to ask them at this point is, well, do you want to make a little or do you want to make a lot? Yeah, and then you let them speak. And so they'll either say a little or a lot. Whatever they say, your next question is very simple. What for? The reason why you ask them that question is now you are actually getting them to actually start to visualize what that money is going to do for them. Because money is just a vehicle to get things done. Yeah. The real motivation behind the money is what the money can actually do. So once they've told you what it's for, maybe they've told you they want to put their kids through school, they need to buy a house, they want to buy a car, they want to go on a holiday more, they don't want to be in a position where they're relying on anybody for any financial support. Whatever they say, that's their why. And the more they talk is the more they are selling themselves into the fact that they need to change their situation. So they've just told you now what the money is going to do for them. Now this is a very fundamental question that you can ask them next, and this is a question that's really going to help them to find out a little bit more reality about why they need to change their situation. So you can ask them this. So say, okay, well, with what you're doing at the moment, let's say you didn't join me in my opportunity, and let's say you just continued to do what you've always done up until this point. How long do you think it would take you to be in a position where you can, and then you start telling them what they've just told you? In other words, you start relaying back to them their goals. So how long do you think it would take you that you could be in a position where you can put your kids through school, buy the house that you want to buy, go on holiday, and not having to have anybody give you any financial support any longer, doing what you're doing now how long will it take you to get there? Yeah. And now what's going to happen is the reality of their situation is going to be right in front of them. Yeah. And then this is important at this point, that you are not talking. The biggest problem when people are trying to close people into their business is that they talk too much. They say too much instead of letting the prospect formulate the question that they've just been asked and then come out with the answer. You see, the first person who talks is the first person who loses, basically. Yeah, you want to get them to formulate their answer and then tell you. Once they've said to you, they'll probably say, well, with what I'm doing at the moment, I can't see how I'm ever going to change my situation. Yeah. Then once they've said that, then you can ask them this very simple question. Okay, what would you want to do? Would you want to come on board at the bottom, working slowly towards developing the financial freedom that you need and the ability to be able to change your life in the way that you just told me? Or would you want to be in a position where you can earn 2 times the amount of money for doing the same work and effort that the person who comes on board at the bottom does? What would you want to do? And then let them speak. Yeah? And once they've told you what they would want to do and what their motivations are, then you can say to them, okay, well, if I could show you an entry point into this business that you are comfortable with, it makes sense to you, and you can see yourself really coming on board at that level, would you be in a position to come on board so I can start helping you to change your life, put your kids through school, yeah, change the whole financial situation so you're not dependent on anyone for no financial support, buy the house that you're looking for? Are you ready to come on board so I can help you do that if you find an entry point that is right for you? That is called a presumptive close. Yeah? And so once they say yes, then basically all you do is you tell them what it takes to come on board, the different entry points into your business, and then just the final question you ask them, where do you see yourself coming on board? You see, the only reason why you can ask them that question is because previously they've already told you if they find an entry point that they're comfortable with, then yes, they will come on board. So the only question that you need to ask them once you've told them the entry point is, where do you see yourself coming on board? And then whatever they say, you just say, welcome on board. I look forward to working with you. Let's get you on the site now so we can get you signed up. And then you get them signed up. Yeah, if you're in front of them and you've got one of those companies that are still using the physical application form, you whip out the application form, you get them to sign it. If they're online, you get them to fill out the online form, get them in your business. Literally, they'll be walking themselves into the business if you ask the right questions. Yeah, it's all about asking the right questions. You see, when you ask the right questions, you can literally back somebody in. A lot of times when people are trying to close people into the business, what they're doing is they're trying to pull them into the business because they haven't got the right processes. And it's a little bit like a cow. If you're trying to get a cow into a trailer and you're trying to pull that cow's going to resist you. Yeah, that cow's going to completely resist you, and the more you pull is the more it's going to resist against you. Whereas if you turn that cow around and you back that cow in, then you can back that cow right into the trailer with very little resistance. You see, if you ask the right questions when you are trying to close somebody in your business, then you can get them to sign up into your business with little or very little resistance. And so, guys, I hope that these 6 closing questions make sense to you. When you're talking about questions and objections, I mean, that's going to be another video I'm going to go into. But there's really only a handful of questions and objections that you're going to get, like, is the market saturated? Is this a pyramid? I'm no good at sales. I haven't got enough time. I got to ask my spouse. I'll come on board in 2 weeks. Yeah, all these kind of questions. Yeah, and I will show you in another video how you can use a very simple formula to be able to answer all of those questions. So look out for that video. That's going to come soon. But hopefully these 6 closing questions are going to put you on the right road for you to start closing a lot of people into your business. So hopefully this helped. If you're watching this on Facebook, give me a like, share it with people if you think it can benefit them. If you are watching this on my blog, then guys, there is going to be more a blog post underneath this video where I'm going in depth a little bit more about these 6 closing questions. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe and like. Wherever you're watching it, I just hope that you're getting the information, and more importantly, you will apply the information into your situation and change not just your life, but the life of the people that you recruit. So take care, and I hope you enjoyed the quick video. Bye bye.